cave people, and welcome to the cave. I'm Sarah from Sarah Bear's Creative Cave, a place of crafty greatness where I crochet and knit and macrame and bead weave and spin yarn and dye yarn and maybe some more stuff later on. Majority of the stuff I do is crochet and knit right now, and bead weaving. I'm working on some cute little stitch markers for a friend of mine. Shh, don't tell them. So yesterday I posted a video, my Vlogmas. But before I get into that, if you're a new subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you like my vibe, feel free to subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you for being a kick-butt cave person. I appreciate each and every one of you, because without you guys and your awesome saucery, I wouldn't be where I am today, which is over 100 subscribers. Oh my jeepers! What? Kind of still in shock about that. A lovely woman named Debbie from the Canadian Crotcheter, who one day I really hope to meet in real life, which might be doable because, like, we're within driving distance of each other. Might have to take a road trip one day. Sent a few of you guys on this way. She did a little blurb on her channel on a podcast about me and one other podcaster. So thank you. I super appreciate that. It's always nice to share the love. Excuse me. So if you haven't heard of Debbie from the Canadian Crotcheter, go on over and look her up. It's spelled like crocheter, pronounced crotcheter. Yes. And if you want to know why, go check out her channel. She tells you. Hi, where are you going? The dog. This is my third attempt at this video, so sorry. The first time my phone gave me a notification from my medication app that cut off my video. And the second time, a visitor dropped by, and so I had to stop the video. Because my phone doesn't let me just start the video again and smoosh them all together. So, third time's the charm. Now, if you hear crinkling, it's because my dog is smelling the bag of yarn that my friend, oops, I hit the camera, that my friend brought me. So if you guys noticed, today I have Charlotte. Check it out. It's all like scraps of yarn and stuff. Different kinds. Mostly I think it's pretty much all acrylic. I was like, oh, there's a knitted thing under there. No, it's my shirt. I'm looking at my shirt through the bag. Duh. Not my brightest moment, folks. Ooh, what's that? Some kind of cool braid thing. Anyway, so there's all kinds of different stuff. I think I see a scrap gan in my future. So we're going to put that over there. Oh dear. So yesterday, yes, focus. Sorry. Like I said, this is the third time doing this video, so I think I've said stuff, and I have, but I haven't said it to you this time because I'm busy. Hey, get out of there. Get. The dog is just like, I want to smell the yarn. Okay. Here you go. I'll put it over here so you can smell it. There you go. Have fun. Sorry about that. He'll be relentless until he gives it a good sniff, because he's like, that came from somewhere else. Where did that come from? I need to know. Excuse me. So, this is Vlogmas Day 18. And there are, Jack, how many days? Holy crap on a cracker, Batman. There are only 7 days until Christmas, you guys. What? 7. There are 7 days till Christmas, and I'm kind of freaking out. I haven't finished my gifts. You're welcome. Okay, so yesterday I posted my video, my Vlogmas, and I talked about Charlotte in that video, so you can go back and check that out. And I hadn't posted links because I work from my phone, and it's a pain in the patootie to post a bunch of links because it takes you like forever to go search up this and copy paste it or type it in by hand, which for the majority of my social media links I have to type in by hand. Annoying. But hey, stop it. Sorry. One of my subscribers, a Gypsy Rose, who I've also subscribed to, go check out her channel, asked if I could post links, and I said I definitely need to be getting on top of that. and she gave me a suggestion that she posts her videos as private and then goes to the computer, edits them, does whatever she needs to do to them, and then posts them for the world to see. And I was like, that's really super smart, and I don't know why I never thought of that. So I'm going to try that today. So yesterday I told you guys about Seraphina's shawl, and I made it in Barcelona yarn by Loops and Threads. There are 328 yards in a 200-gram ball. It is a number 5 bulky, and it asks for a 6mm crochet hook. I used an 8mm, and oops, I haven't sewed in all my ends yet. Don't hate me. So I only had one skein of this, and this is how big it is. Now it's more of a shawlette than like a big shawl because I only had the one ball. Oh, fuzzy. And I was originally thinking I would make it into like something you could use as a neck scarf as well, but it's way too big and the bulky yarn doesn't lend itself well to that. Maybe if I was a smaller, much colder person, that would work. But I have enough layers. I don't need to add. So it's going to be a really nice shawlette. Oh, I guess I could show you that it just drapes really nicely. So you could just get a shawl pin and you're good to go. Or you could even, if you wanted to wear it as something that would do up, you could just add some funky buttons and use the edging as the buttonholes. And if you don't notice, so this is the edge, and then for your edging you just single crochet all along the edge to give it like that finished look. So this is, you work from the center point out, and so this top part is the edge always. But it just has, I'm holding it up more to the light so you guys can see kind of the pattern increases. So I will be posting a link to this Seraphina shawl by, I said Donnie stuff, but I think maybe it's, I don't know. I'm just going to go with Donnie stuff because that's what it says to me. So if you notice the big pile of stuff over here, it's not just because I'm a hoarder, although I might be a yarn hoarder, and I'm okay with that because I don't think there's ever such thing as too much yarn. But today I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite yarns. Like, this is what I wanted to do today. But I also wanted to update you on the shawl and transition over to my favorite yarns. Now this is not all my favorite yarns. I do like a lot of yarn, and I find that as I'm getting older, my tastes have changed, and as I advance in my craftiness and get more knowledgeable, sure, we'll go with that, about yarns in general, I find I'm changing what kind of yarns I want to use depending on what project I'm working on. Stuff for kids, I tend to work with acrylic, just because it's washable. You can chuck it in the machine, wash it, dry it, you're good to go, back to the kid. You know, for stuff for myself, it depends again on what it's for. But I never used to buy natural fibers. It always was acrylic because they're cheap and cheerful, right? And when you're on a budget, you're budget friendly, you go with what's cheap to get the most out of it. But now that I've tried natural fibers and wool and alpaca and silk and cashmere and all that stuff, I've like really loved that stuff. And so I try to get that more often when I can. Sales are your best friend. Online shopping is my jam. And if you guys don't know from previous videos, excuse me, inhaling and swallowing at the same time, bad idea. Don't do it. Oh, okay, coffee. Today, I have a Starbucks cup. This is not Starbucks coffee. I have bought one Starbucks coffee in my life. It was awful. Not what I thought it was going to be. Never gone back. I'm going to pay $7 for coffee. I'm going to buy a whole container of coffee and make it at home because then I know I'll like it. But this is the best travel mug I've ever had in my life. And I've had travel mugs. I love it. It is all stainless steel, no plastic, no glass, which is good because I'm a klutz and I drop stuff, which is why it's got all these little marks on it. This was given to me by a friend of mine. And yes, I use it all the time. Excuse me. A tickle. I don't know where that came from. Bear with me because I don't want to do this video a fourth time. Excuse me. All right. Breathe, Sarah. We're good. Excuse me. I think. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. There's perfume-y smells in that bag, and that's why. All right. I think I'm better now. All right. Moving on to some of my favorite yarns. I apologize about that, guys. Now, I showed you the Seraphina shawl that I was working on. And I took it with me last night to the bar, to our Christmas pool party. I am so sorry, you guys. Goodness. All right. Coffee's not working. We're going to try the Powerade. All right. I think we're all right. That was the best 2 minutes of your life, I'm sure. Okay. So, some of my favorite yarns. Crinkly, crinkly. I don't apologize for crinkles. I think they're fun. So I did notice that there is a knot in this yarn right off the bat. Interesting. I have used this yarn a different colorway, and I didn't have any knots. But I mean, I understand you're going to get a knot eventually in the yarn. Excuse me. This is Ice Yarns, and this is Magic Light. It is, excuse me, a number 3 lightweight. It is 100 grams, 360 meters. It is 100% acrylic, and the recommended needle side is okay, a 4 to 4.5 millimeter or a US 6 to 7. It is super soft and squishy. Squishies. I call my yarn my squishies. I'm just gonna go check my squishies and see if I have the right color. My husband thinks I'm kind of a little cuckoo, but that's okay. So this is some of my favorite yarn. It comes from Turkey. The only downside to this yarn I find is that there's no color name, there's no dye lot, and there's no color number. So you never know what kind of, like, unless you remember the color name from when you bought it, you're not going to know. Other than looking at it and saying, oh, yeah, well, that's blue and brown and white. Blue shades, I think it was called. I think it was blue shades. And then I have a pink shades and a purple shades. I crocheted a baby sweater, like a jacket with a hood, out of this type of yarn, but in a purple color. And it was purple, like various shades of purple with like a gray in there. It was gorgeous. It sold in September when I did the fall fair craft show. Anywho, so it comes in a bag like this because I ordered a 4-pack. I bought this on eBay. You can go, I think it's yarn.com maybe. I will post a link below anyways, because, yeah, I don't remember it off the top of my head. The shipping is really high, but the cost of the yarn itself is really low. So I think it kind of works out in the end to be pretty reasonable. But I did go on eBay, and I got 3 different packs of 4. Like I said, the blue, the pink, and the purple shades. And I think about $30, including shipping, it ended up costing me. I go and look up on eBay, I look up yarn, and I look up, like, then I'll go from the drop-down menu, like the filters, and look up auction. And I kind of go by ending soonest. I'll order them like that. Because I don't want to wait 2 or 3 weeks, because I'll forget, because I can't remember what day it is or what I was saying in the middle of a sentence half the time. So, sorry, the dog is moving the camera because he's sniffing at the yarn, which is apparently far too close. So anyways, I won these on auction on eBay. They all shipped together, so I got them all at the same time, which was exciting. So I have we'll just put that back over there for those. And you guys remember the Seraphina shawl that I just showed you? I'd taken it with me last night to the bar, because I always bring a project because I have social anxiety and social situations make me feel awkward and uncomfortable. So I always have something to do, so I can, if I don't feel like talking to people, I'm having an anxiety moment, I can just crochet and pretend I'm counting. Or if someone's really annoying, I can just ignore them. But mostly it's because of anxiety. But anyways, check this out, you guys. Look how beautiful, look how big that is already. But look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the colors. Ah, it's so soft and it's drapey as all get out. Because this calls, what did I say, like a 4 or 4.5 millimeter hook or needle. But I'm using a 6.5 because I couldn't find my 6, because I was going to use a 6. So I'm like, 6.5, whatever. That works. But it's turning out so, so, so amazing. Look at it. Oh, and I'm like not even halfway through a ball yet, you guys. Not even halfway through. And like it's giant already. And I have 4 skeins of that yarn. So I am going to be making a big, beautiful shawl out of that. I'm super excited. So I will post a link for the Ice Yarns website and for the Seraphina shawl in the comment section below. And I'll go back to this. Some of my favorite yarns. Now, I have been putting, oh my lord, I can't speak today. I had this, I'm using this as a project bag. Oops, the handle's in the way, you can't see it. And it's from Darn Good Yarn. And it has the little heart is a pocket. I think this is like 100% reclaimed silk or something like that, recycled silk. Now, I used to get the Darn Good Yarn subscription every month. And I got 2 of them because it's really inexpensive. It's like 10 bucks a month plus your shipping. I think it worked out to about 30 bucks a month for me with my shipping included. And so I got 2 subscription boxes every month. I wasn't in love with the amount of yarn. I wasn't in love with the quality of yarn overall. And I wasn't in love with the pattern that they would give you. It wasn't poorly written, but it looked like somebody photocopied it sideways and it was all smudgy and it wasn't nice looking. It wasn't appealing. Like it wasn't presented in an appealing manner. And the last straw for me was the last package that I got. Well, come on then. The last package that I got, no, stay here. There, lay down. Good boy. So the last package that I got was taking a while to get shipped. I didn't get a notification, so I did email the company and just, you know, inquire about it. And the response I got was, oh yeah, there's a tech here looking at our technical issues right now, LOL. That was it. That was the response I got. And I was very put off by that. Like, that's how you talk to your friends, not a customer in a professional capacity. And this was quite a while ago now. I did send them back a little comment about why I'm unsubscribing and all that kind of stuff. Not that I didn't love the yarn. I loved a lot of the yarn, but the smell for me was just overpowering. Would you like me to move some stuff so you can go up there? He wants to go up here because, you know, why go where there's room when I can make Mommy move stuff? So we're just going to move a couple of things so that Princess Ruby will go then. He wants to go look out the window. Okay. Anyways, so I wasn't in love with it. And I unsubscribed. And I switched to Knit Crate, which I love. Totally love. I get way more yarn. And it's around the same price for me per month. But I'm guaranteed 2 skeins of yarn. I'm guaranteed enough to make a decent project. And I get a multitude of different fibers. And they do a lot of work with indie dyers and stuff like that. So I kind of love it. But I noticed that they have made a lot of changes in the last while. And they've changed how they're packaging. They've changed how they're doing their patterns. They've changed the things that come in the boxes. And so I might give them another chance because I do like the company as a whole. Because they work with a lot of impoverished women. And they help make them self-sustainable and give them jobs. And it's like they're giving back to the communities, and I really applaud that. So just in that respect, I would love to try it again and see kind of how it goes this time. I'm not going to stop getting knit crate because knit crate is my jam now. I love my knit crate, yo guys. So yeah, that being said, I do have some yarns here that, not that I have bought them, but that came in my subscription boxes that I love, that I may, if they have more, buy them again, because I haven't worked with them yet, but they're just so soft and squishy. So in this box here, I got this out to show you guys. I know I'm a little all over the place today, just bear with me. It is what it is. It's like a second Monday for me, okay? Yeah. But these, can you see how pretty? And there's like, I just noticed this. There you go, you can see there's like a little gem inside there. It's so pretty. I have a case of them. -1. And the reason I have them out, they've been sitting on top of my shelf there, is because, you're fine, a friend of mine needed one for a Christmas gift that they're making, and it's kind of hard to find them without buying a case, and she only needed one. Like, I have a whole case of them. I got them at a yard sale forever ago. I just haven't figured out the perfect thing for them yet. Anyhow, so that was that. And I've showed you the ice yarns. And so yeah, on the track of the Darn Good yarn, let me just grab the stuff right here. Okay, so yes, my arm is still a little sore, and yes, I'm reaching the wrong way for it, but it's just where I had available space. I would have put it up here, but then the dog would have been like, why is the yarn in my spot for sleeping? He's now right here, so we're good. So this is one of the yarns that I got, and I really wish the color would show up better for you guys. Oh, there we go. Do you see, like, there's blues and there's greens in there, and it's kind of fuzzy looking. This is a combination of mulberry silk and I can't remember now all of a sudden because I want to. It's recycled saris, sari yarn and mulberry silk, I think. Anyways, it's super soft. Like, it looks rough and scratchy, but it's really not. It's actually really soft. Like, there's just all kinds of different color pops in there, but overall it's blue. It's very shiny. It's like a thick and thin kind of yarn. It's all like twisted together. It had a pattern, like every month came with a pattern, but I didn't like the pattern for this yarn. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna save it for something. I did make like a necklace out of it, like a crochet kind of weird chain necklace, and I ended up putting that on a dream catcher that I made. I just kind of attached it over the end so it's removable, so someone got like a surprise necklace with their dream catcher, and I donated it to Hope for a fundraiser they did, which was super fun. Now, I don't have the label for this because this is pre-YouTube, and I never thought about keeping labels for stuff, so sorry. And I know this is going to be a bit of a longer video today. So if you're hanging out for the long haul, you guys rock. I appreciate you. This is some other stuff that I forgot I had that I found when I dug out my project bag to take with me to the bar last night. And this is also from Darn Good Yarn. And it has a tag, which is exciting because a lot of the stuff I was getting didn't have tags. So I was like, I don't even know what this is. This is, excuse me, worsted weight silk. Look at it. It's so pretty. And it's, I have to like hold it in a weird spot so you guys can actually see it. That looks green, but it's not. It's like, well, maybe I guess it might be a little bit turquoisey. A little bit turquoisey and pinks and purples, and it's just pretty. Now, because I was getting 2 kits every month, I got 2 hanks. But each hank is 50 grams, 75 yards. It's a medium weight number 4. It is hand wash. I hope you guys cannot hear my tumbly. It is grumbly because I have not eaten yet today. And it's handmade in India. And so the knitting, the recommended knit, oh my goodness gracious, the recommended knitting needle size, I apparently just couldn't force that out today. It is a 4 to 5 millimeter or a 7 to 9 US. Or for crochet hooks, 5.5 to 6.5 millimeter or a US I9K to K. Why are there so many letters? I don't get it. And then, oh, you guys, you have no idea. I've held on to this for so long. I don't have the labels. I took them off and I forgot to attach one back. These came in hanks like this, and there were 2 in a subscription, and I was getting 2, so I got 4. There's lots of yards in these. I ended up caking them up with my ball winder and my Swift. The lighting is not, like, it shows up as more of a pinky purple on camera. At least it's looking like that to me. If you can look at it from way back here, it looks more like a purpley blue. Come on, camera, get yourself together here. Excuse me so much. Okay, so it's not going to do it, but whatever. So I have 4 cakes of this, and this stuff is silk, 100% silk, and it is so soft, you guys. It's so soft. It's like a cloud. Oh my gosh. And this is a fingering weight or possibly a lace weight. It is super thin, and it's so squishy and great. And I was like, because this is silk and this is silk. I know this is worsted weight, but I'm like, I can see a really fun shawl project in my future, possibly. Maybe. So those are my darn good yarns that I really like. Now, those I got with subscriptions. Probably something I wouldn't have bought myself, cost-wise. Because I'm like, I'm not going to spend money on something that I might not like. But having gotten them, I definitely probably would purchase them in the future because they're really nice. So, I don't know if those particular kinds of yarn are available, but I will post a link for the Darn Good Yarn website where you guys can go and check it out for yourself. Scroll around, see what's kind of new in there. But they have more than just yarn. They have like clothes and kits and stuff like that too. All varying price ranges. Now, some of my other favorite yarn. This, I have a pretty substantial whip pile. And now that I have those whip cards that I got from Krista, thank you very much, from the Secret Yarnery, that I won, I can probably have an idea of what patterns and stuff going forward I was using. But I didn't write down this pattern. No idea what it was. I haven't worked on it for over a year. It was supposed to be a baby blanket for my nephew, who is now over 1. He's older than a year now. And I made this when my sister was pregnant. I started making this when my sister was pregnant. Now, why is this some of my favorite yarn? Because it's so soft. Now, I have, I did originally get some of this yarn through auction. And the reason I do some of the yarns through auction is because I've never tried them, and so like I want to get them cheap to try them, and if I hate them, I don't feel so bad. So I didn't spend a lot of money, but I really liked the feel of this yarn and the colors, and just overall it was really nice. And these are 50-gram balls, and these are made from 55% milk fiber, 45% Egyptian cotton, and 4.9% official regain. I don't know what that means. It doesn't say how many yards, I don't think. And maybe in some of, okay, like this is from an Asian company. Now it's just, it says Amber's high quality knitting yarn. I will try and find the link for this stuff. I will try. Maybe it's in my orders from eBay. So I'm going to post a link if I can find it down below. This stuff, you guys, oh my gosh. It's beautiful, and it It's not what you typically think of with cotton. Like Egyptian cotton, if anybody knows anything about that, is wicked soft. And milk fiber is, yeah. So let me just see if this will focus a little bit on the texture. So it's kind of got like a different looking texture to the yarn, but it is so soft and squishy. It has amazing drape. This calls for a 3 to 4 for the needles. I don't know what that laundry symbols mean. I don't know. I could look it up, but yeah, it doesn't have the yardage, but at least it has the content and the weight of the ball. There's like a little sweater picture on here, and it says 600 grams you would need to make a sweater. I don't know if that's a baby sweater or a people sweater. Babies are people too, Sarah. Jeepers. Or an adult sweater is what I meant to say. Excuse me. Yeah. So it's like, it does have like a color or lot number on there. I don't know if the camera's gonna see, cause the lighting stinks. But anyways, I think this was like $1 a ball on eBay, and it was free shipping. I don't remember how many balls of this I got, but I think it was, I have how many left in there? 4, 5. I think I got 8 or 10 or something like that. Anyways, this is what I was working on. Let's see if I can put it so you guys can see it. Sorry, was that in your face? Now you can see I have lots of ends just kind of dangling about, because I just go back and I sew them in after, because once I get on a roll of knitting or crocheting, I just kind of go with it. Yeah. Oh, here we go. So this is an end. I just wanted to show you guys what it kind of looks like. I don't know what that's like. So it's a 4-ply. But each ply is like more than 1 ply, if that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna hold that up, and hopefully the camera will like me today. So anyways, it's like a 4. It's not showing up. I can't wait to open my camera from my husband, because it will work so much better for focusing on stuff. So anyways, that is some of my favorite. And this, okay, sitting on me, it feels cool. That's the other reason I love this yarn and I wanted to buy more, because you don't overheat. Like you'll feel warm, like it'll give you warmth. And if you're cold, that's great. But it's also something you can wear in the summer. Like I wanted to make a sweater out of this, because it's something I probably could wear in the summer, because it doesn't ever feel overpoweringly warm, which is the nature of cotton. So that is some more of my favorite yarn. Now, this is, I've never worked with this stuff. I've always wanted to, and I've heard it in some of my crafting groups called many different things. People hate this stuff. Homespun. Some people call it the devil's pubes. I don't know why. Maybe because it's fuzzy and people don't like fuzzy yarn. But I just love it. It's squishy and soft. And I love like the texture of it. It's all bumpy. I love it. This was gifted to me today. It is, ooh, I love it even more. It's called Edwardian. Look, it's a gray kind of heathered coloring. Oh, I really need to work on my lighting situation. I apologize. But it's so pretty. It's like a charcoal gray heathered with like lighter gray. It's so pretty. So somebody just gifted that to me today. So that's kind of one of my new faves. Sorry, Ruby, mommy needs to move. One of my workhorse yarns is my go-to for acrylic. It's one of my favorites. Is Bernat Premium. Just a little more expensive than regular Bernat. And Bernat is like the Canadian version of Red Heart Super Saver. but less scratchy. I find Red Heart Super Savers very scratchy. Maybe I'm spoiled. I don't know. But the Bernat Premium is a much loftier yarn. It's more squishy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of high bulk acrylic. It's just they push more air into the strands to make it kind of more floofy, I guess is the best way for me to describe it. But this is one of my favorites. Bernat Premium Tweeds. I love tweed. I don't know why. I love tweed so much. But if you guys remember a video I did a few videos back, I showed you some of the Christmas ornaments that I made. And the pine cones were made with Bernat Premium Tweeds in the brown shade. And they turned out super great. So this one in particular is Black Tweed, it's called. It is 97% acrylic and 3% viscose. It is a 7 ounce or 198 grams and approximately 360 yards. And it comes with a pattern for a blanket. It is a number 4 medium weight, recommended 5mm or US 8 needles or 5mm US H8 hooks. And it is just, I just love it. It's acrylic. It's cheap. It's like $5 a skein here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I've only ever seen this at Walmart. So that's the only upside for Walmart for me, is that I can get this there in my Walmart in Canada. So that's one of my favorite cheap workhorse yarns. Love it. It feels like a high-end yarn because it's soft and it's very squishy. Yeah, totally love. Now, going from cheap and cheerful to pricey, I'm going to post a link for this yarn down below. One of, like, oh my goodness, can't talk today. This is Wolltraum Yarn. Some of you probably have heard of it, some of you might not have, but look how freaking amazing this yarn is. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Now, this is, you can get it in different sizes. So you can order custom colors, you can order the colors they have on the website, you can order custom sizes, like there's different sizes. You can get, I think, 150 grams, 200, 250, 350, something like that. 500, I think, is the most. They do have a 1 kilo cake, and I really want one because it's kind of amazing. But I'll have to save up for that. This colorway is called Azuro. I don't know if it's still available because I've had this for a while. And Wolltraum Yarn is Wolltraum, Wolltraum. I buy from a US reseller. You can buy directly from the website, like the original website from the UK, I think. But this particular one is a 250 gram cake, and there are 1,250 meters. It is 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, but it feels like cotton. It's super soft. And this one is this a 3-ply that I got? Yes. So you can get this in 3-ply, 4-ply, 5-ply, up to 8-ply, which is like 8-ply is like a worsted. So this is kind of like a fingering weight, if you can see there. And every cake of yarn comes with a little charm. This one happens to be a little cross. They're all different charms, but every one comes with a little charm. Now, one of the benefits of this kind of cake, okay, it feels like high-end, super quality yarn. It's amazing. It's soft. It's lightweight. So anything you make in it, because it's a 50-50 blend, cotton tends to drag and get misshapen a bit as you wear it, right? But acrylic does not. So that kind of gives it some structure and helps it make beautiful projects, but not get all bent out of shape, I guess. So there you go. So, and one of the other things with these cakes is you can get them wound differently. So you can get them wound with the dark color on the inside, or as I have this one here, the light color on the inside. So you have 2 different wind options, and a lot of different ones A lot of cakes you can get a glitter option as well, which is good. There's a bunch of different glitter choices. So I'm going to post a link for the one that I buy from is Crazy Heartstrings. And I buy from her. Dawn is amazing, hilarious, great lady. I'm on her Facebook group as well. And I'll post a link to her Facebook group down below also. So this is kind of my favorite luxury high-end gotta buy it yarn. This cake is about 30 for Canadian, it's 37 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. Between $30 and $40. And your guys are all like, that's a lot. But no, this is hand wound cakes, and the color changes are, I wish I could, they're barely perceptible. They call them a TK. If you know anything about Wolltraum, you guys know what I mean when I say, oh, I found a TK. And TK stands for tiny knot. These are not abrupt color changes for the most part. And when they do change color, they're tiny little knots. So one individual strand, let me see if I can pull one up here. One individual strand is tied to another individual strand. So they're not like it's not like a whole big knot with all the strands tied together. So they do them individually. There we go. So if you can see, get my face out of the way. This is one, okay, this is one strand. Now, you can see how tiny that is, right? Really thin, like thread. You can't tell the knots, and they're very strong. You can crochet right away or knit with them, and you don't have to worry about them. They're not going to come undone. Very sturdy. Some people cut them and reattach them themselves, but you don't have to. So yeah, they're hand wound, they're hand tied. Custom colors, you can pick your own colorways. They have a multitude of them, like a multitude of colors that you can use. And yeah, I love this yarn. Love, 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 love this yarn. This is probably up there in my top 5. This one is called My Melody, and the colorway is 0. So again, I will post the link to the Wolltraum down below. You will not be sad. You will love it. And the next one of my favorites is from Twice Baked Yarns. This is, as I shouldn't say, it's not just a favorite yarn, it's also one of my favorite people to buy from. She's delightful. This is made in Lithuania. You can find them at twicebakedyarns.com. I'll post the link down below. This one is a cotton blend. You can get different blends. So there's like, you can get 100% cotton, you can get a blend, you can get wool, you can get, there's chenille now. They have all different kinds, and now they have glitter. This is a mystery pack. Now you can buy specifically just colors that you want. And if you can buy a mystery pack and ask specifically for certain colors, or you can contact them and say, this is kind of what I want, and they'll put together a special listing for you. Currently they still sell on Etsy, I think, but they're transitioning to a website, which is super exciting. So this is their logo. Twice Baked Yarns. Yarn for your addiction, it says. I love it. These are just stickers that pop right off the cake, because your cake will end up looking like this once you take the stickers off. Now, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 strands. Now, you can get mystery packs, and they'll send you mystery skeins. You can get all of them the same. You can get, so you can get a 4-pack, a 6-pack, 8-pack, or 16. Excuse me. You can say, like, I want 6 of one color, 6 of another color. You can say, mix them all up. Can I have all different ones? So, like, it's kind of really customizable. So this is, let's see if it'll show up there. Block my face. I don't know if it'll show. There's 5 individual strands in there. So anyways, it's really soft, and this one is a blend. I think this one is a 50-50 as well. And for the 16 cakes, I think is about 40 bucks, if I remember correctly. And these cakes are 100 grams, and they are 310 yards. And this was one mystery pack that I got. See if it'll show up, maybe if I do them individually. Trying to block out some of the extra light. They're not showing up true to color at all. This one is more like, it's got kind of a rainbowy color, and this one is more sort of camouflagey. But this one is Sarah's number 1 and color Sarah's number 2. And then I ordered from them again, and I ordered this one, which is like a sea theme. I'm like, could you make me a pack that's all sea themed? Choose whatever colors you want, just kind of go with the sea theme. And they call it, so I don't have this sticker on, but she called it Sarah's Sea. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Very lovely. Shipping was super fast. Like, I got my stuff from Lithuania faster than I got it from the States. Go figure. But this is some of my favorite yarn to work with. So Twice Baked Yarns. I'll post a link to them below. Definitely go check them out. And so that's some of my favorite yarns. Some of the others, like, I don't mind acrylic. I actually like a lot of acrylic because it's cheap and I can make big projects and it doesn't cost me a lot. But I also love natural fibers. If you don't know, acrylic yarn is actually made from plastic. Right? How do they make plastic soft and squishy? How do they do that? They process it and they push air through it and they make it into little strands, and that's how they kind of make acrylic yarn. It's made from plastic. Yeah, so if you're like really eco-friendly and really environmentally conscious and you don't want to do anything with plastic, don't buy acrylic yarn. It's made from plastic. But if you're like 98% of the people on the planet who can't afford all natural fibers all the time, you go with acrylic because it's a workhorse yarn. I'm just gonna have some more coffee. And of course, my own hand-dyed yarn is up there as my favorite yarn because I made it. Not the yarn, but the colorways. Although I am spinning some yarn right now, which I'll have to show you guys one time. I might do a live sometime soon. Because now that I'm over 100 people, I feel like I should do like a live hangout kind of video. But I don't want to do them on days when some of my other my fave channels that I watch are doing them, because I don't want to interrupt their viewing stuff either, because I want to watch their videos too. Like on Fridays, the Secret Yarnery does a live chat. I haven't been feeling good the last couple Fridays. I missed them because I was sleeping, because naps are great. But then you wake up and realize, I missed the live chat. And I love those. So yeah, I might do one of those sometime soon. Maybe I'll do them on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. We'll see. This week, probably not. Maybe. There's a lot going on. It's Christmas and people have lives and stuff, and it's kind of crazy. Today, Julie dropped off to me a huge, giant roll of wrapping paper, like an industrial size roll. It's like this thick of paper. The paper's not that thick, but that's how thick the roll is around the whole outside edge. And thermoses, because I'm good at wrapping and I really like to do it. So she dropped off the thermoses and I'm going to wrap them. They're for our friends at the shelter. We're doing, because a lot of you guys, if you've been watching, know that I work a lot within the homeless community. I volunteer at the Living Space Homeless Shelter here in Timmins, and I also volunteer with Hope Community Outreach, Hope Comfort Kits and Community Outreach, also here in Timmins, founded by Julie Lebike. So you guys can go and check those two places out. Those are causes that I really believe in. And one of the reasons that I kind of volunteer a lot and give a lot of my time is because I feel like giving back is really important. Paying it forward is something really important. I've been homeless twice in my life in my younger days. I've also lived very poor. I was a single mom with 2 kids on welfare and living on food banks, and there were days I didn't eat so my kids could, because there wasn't that much food left in the house. So I know what it's like to live poor and to live hard, and it's not fun. So it's really important to me to give back, and so that's why I do what I do. So yeah, one little thing you could do to change perception of people, homeless people, is just say hi to them. 9 times out of 10, giving them the simplest kindness and making them feel like they have some dignity and saying hello and acknowledging them as human beings means the world. You have no idea. They feel invisible. As a homeless person, you feel invisible, you feel unwanted, you feel like you're a burden to everybody. And a lot of cities, ours included, make them feel like that because they try to push them out of the city centers to, you know, make it look more presentable. And instead of dealing with the problem as a whole, you make them feel like they are a problem. Nobody wants to be homeless. Sure, maybe there's 1 out of 1,000 that wants to be. But they're there for a lot of different reasons. You know, just a lot of different reasons. And it bugs me so much. I'm kind of going off a little bit right now because it breaks my heart to see the judgment these people face before anybody acknowledges that they exist or that they're human beings or validates them as a person. The judgment is there. Oh, you're homeless. Go get a job. You don't even know anything about that person. They don't want to be homeless. They don't want to be starving. Like in our city in particular, there are programs, five meal programs a week. So that means these people eat 5 times a week. 5 meals a week. 1 meal a day for 5 days out of 7. So Julie and I this summer started Mission Nutrition, which is us serving a meal on Tuesdays and now Thursday nights as well at the Living Space shelter. Because the shelter it only has so much money. It only has so many funds. So the food they give them is something of a belly filler for sure, but it's not nutritious. It's a ramen noodle, and that's starch and salt and food coloring. So we felt it was really important to give them nutritious food because how can you get ahead in your life when you're constantly hungry and your body isn't getting any nutritional value? Do you know what I mean? So we felt it was really important anyway. So we do that every Tuesday and now every Thursday. Cold winter months, you need a little more calories because you're burning it off. Because these folks walk all over town. You know, they're on their feet sometimes 10, 12 hours a day because there's not a place for them to go. And a lot of businesses don't want them in there because you look a certain way. So yeah, we do what we can for them and we do what we can with them. And so the best thing you guys can do, if you don't have money to donate, that's okay. Your time, you can give your time. And that costs you nothing, except a little bit of your time. And that can mean more than the money that you donate. Treat people like they matter in any walk of life. Yeah, because you're all going to end up in the same size hole, in the same kind of box at the end of it all. And we're all just people in the end. So anyways, that's me. That's my beliefs. That's what I think. That's why it's important to me. That's why I do what I do. So yeah, look up in your community a place where you can even go once a month and just even go there. If there's a soup kitchen or a shelter, just hang out and just sit down and talk with them. Make sure that you've talked to the people in charge and they're okay with that and you don't have to do any specific training or anything because some places require you to have a specific kind of training to be a volunteer there, or require you to get like background checks and stuff, which because you're working in part of the community that's at risk and vulnerable, that's important. But just say hello to people. That's my best advice. Say hello to people. Smile at people. Acknowledge people. Don't avoid eye contact and cross the street because someone looks a little disheveled or dirty. That's just promoting the stereotype that those people are to be feared or that they're less than. And that's not okay. It's not right. They're still people. They're human beings. They have feelings. So, yeah. Before I start crying, because I'm super close to doing that, I'm just going to say thank you for listening, and do what you can and what you feel comfortable with. But the best thing you can do is just acknowledge people. Even if you're walking down the street, just acknowledge them. There's one particular guy that I make a point of saying hi to every time I'm going to the downtown area. I'll walk around a little extra just to see if I can see him. I know he's not homeless right now, but he was at one point. And there was a place in town that did suspended meal program. It's closed now, unfortunately. But I know that this particular individual would visit there frequently because things are expensive, and if you can afford to pay rent, you can't always afford to eat. So they would use this program quite regularly. So since they've closed down, I kind of make an extra effort to kind of check on them and make sure they're okay, see what they need. You know, and such a sweetheart, just such a sweetheart. Very kind, very polite. And you can really tell that it makes a difference when you go and you stop by and you stop and talk to them specifically, you know, how are you? And you listen to them. It means the world. So yeah, it's really important to me, in case you couldn't tell. Very passionate about it. Yeah. So I craft and I give my time. That's what I do. You're so cute, Ruby. He's just snoozing right here. So that's some of my favorite yarns. That's some of my passions outside of crafting. And that's my day. Today is payday, so it's grocery day / date night. I'm so excited. Hubby gets his Christmas bonus, and we use his bonus every year to get his work stuff that he needs because it's expensive. And we can't always afford like a $300 pair of boots, so we make sure he gets a pair every year at Christmas time when he gets his Christmas bonus. But he is taking me to Siva's, which is the restaurant here in town, and on Tuesdays they have all-you-can-eat New York steak, and their steak is so yummy, so good. I really enjoy it. So being a person who's had some really crummy meals at some places in town, I really enjoyed the steak there, so I'm really excited. He's taking me there tonight for supper. Steak night. We always go to eat before we do groceries. Always recommended to eat before you go shopping. You end up with less things in your cart you don't need. Plain chips, guilty pleasure. But I've been making my own because there's less salt. They're not fried. I make them in the microwave. And you're all like, ew, aren't they like soggy? Nope. I have these special trays I got from Pampered Chef. I don't even know if they make them anymore. But there's special trays that stack on top of each other. They're silicone and they have holes in them. So you put you slice your potatoes really thin, and then you put your potatoes on here and you microwave them. I think I do it for like 3 or 4 minutes at a time, and then I rotate the trays. And then after a certain amount of time, I'll flip the potatoes because, you know, they have lots of water in them. And then after I flip them, because they're kind of starchy and sticky, I'll put I don't think you're supposed to, but I do it anyways. I put a little bit of salt and whatever seasoning. Right now I'm using Epicure lemon basil seasoning. Doesn't have any lemon in it. You're supposed to add the lemon to make it lemon basil, but it's mostly garlic and basil. So I've sprinkled a little of that on there. Finished cooking them. OMGpers! So good. And they come out like crispy, like potato chips. But the brown chips are my favorite because I find they have more flavor. So you can cook them till they're just shy of brown, but I like the brown chips. Not burnt, just browned. And they all come out brown like that. Oh my gosh, so good. You can tell I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. I'm thinking about chips. I might have to go make myself a snack. Excuse me. But yeah, so today's been a super long Vlogmas. Just shooting the breeze and talking about life and sharing some of my favorite stuff with you guys. And yeah, I guess after a weekend of not doing 2 Vlogmases because I was busy and sore and whatever, I feel like I kind of needed to make it up to you, maybe. Sure, we'll go with that. So I hope you guys are having a good week so far. What are you guys working on? What kind of crafts are you guys working on right now? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. You can also go over to Facebook, and I'll put a link below for that. I have a Facebook group now for the Sarah Bear's Creative Cave community. It's called Welcome to the Cave, because that's my thing. I'm a cave girl. Sarah Bear the Cave Girl. That's me. Yeah, so you guys can go check out over there. I do post stuff in there. I need to get a little more on top of that. But there's like only friends in there right now. we're working on that. I just started it not too long ago. So yeah, you guys can post pictures of your projects in there, which is awesome. You can continue the kind of conversation and share and stuff in there. Yeah, I'm super excited. So I'm having a good day, clearly. Still a little sore, but getting better, getting there. Getting old is no fun, folks. It takes you way longer to heal from stuff than it used to. Yep. And 40 is coming up real soon. Yep, January. But it's going to be fun for you guys, because it's my birthday month. And you guys will find out what that means after Christmas. So we have to wait till after Christmas to find out what my birthday month is gonna have. But it's gonna be fun. So, yeah, I'm gonna go and post this video and edit it up. I might not get it posted till later tonight. It's currently, I don't know, like 3 or 4 possibly. When I'm talking to you, it's still daylight outside. You can see behind me. Yeah, so it might not get done till later. It might not get done till I get home, because it takes a while to upload and blah blah blah. The longer the video, the longer it takes to upload to YouTube, because technology. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go make a snack, because my tummy is rumbly and I'm hungry. And yeah, gonna do that, put away all my yarn and stuff, and tidy up a bit so when my husband comes home he doesn't go, what happened and how did your yarn throw up all over the living room? So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you stick around. If it's not your thing, that's okay. I still love you anyway. Have a great day. And so yeah, tell me what you guys have working in your crafty world right now. If you're crocheting or knitting or other craftiness, I'd love to know what you're doing. So we'll see you guys later. Have an awesome day and stay crafty.